Hey everybody, it's Michael Buckley and welcome back to The Struggles is Reals, where I interview my YouTube friends and we talk about challenges and struggles and obstacles and how they've overcome them. Here is my new friend, Aydian Dowling. Hey Aydian, hey!
What's
up?
up?
So we don't even know each other. We're like meeting on camera. We spent maybe 5 to 10 minutes together.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you. I have to be honest, I was drawn to your body on Instagram and I was like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that fitness model? What's all this? What's happening? So, for those people who don't know you, tell a little about like the content you make and why you started on YouTube and all that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm a transgender male. I came out 7 years ago. In 2009, I started my YouTube channel, Alliance Fears. And since then, I've documenting my transition from before hormones all the way through. I'm 7 years on hormones now. I'll be 8 years in October, which is crazy. It goes through my whole life. I mean, I was 22 when I started that channel. I'm gonna be
the bit
30.
Yay! 30 is the best year of your life. That's when your life changes.
Okay, and
your brain is a fully. You're an adult. You're not in your 20s going through shit. You have permission to be wildly successful and happy with yourself.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yes.
So yeah, and through that channel, I just like talk about like the emotional transition and going through society and stuff like that as a transgender male. And I'm most commonly known for being the first transgender male on the cover of Men's Health magazine.
Yes.
In 2015, which also got me on the Ellen DeGeneres show twice.
That's amazing. Awesome. Yeah. What did you talk about the second time? She's like, come back and what?
Well, the first time she had me on, she's like, so I was like vying to be on the cover, and then when I got the cover, she had me back. And if you actually watch the video, that's the first time I ever saw the cover, was when she pulled it out on camera. So that was really cool.
Is that on your channel? Is there a video of that? Or is that
no,
on her
I
channel?
couldn't. It's on her
Copyright.
channel.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to
corporate media, blah, blah, blah.
I snuck, like, I was filming for like 5 seconds and they were like, shut it down. Yes,
shut
exactly.
It down.
I was like, sorry, I'm just trying to film the snacks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. I'm a social media person. This is what I do. Don't you want me being like I'm having the time of my life at the Ellen DeGeneres show?
Exactly.
So in terms of 2009, when you started on YouTube, what was the thought process to document it? Was it for you? Was it for others? Like what went through your brain? I'm gonna make a YouTube channel and share this because, you
know, back then it was like if you had like 200 subscribers, you were like a phenomenon on YouTube. You know what I mean? And so I think I did it like for myself and for other people. So I went on YouTube and I found like 2 or 3 other trans guys who were sharing their story, and I was like, you know what? I want to share my story. One, for my selfishness, to see my own documentation, to see my own body changes, to see what I went through, to remember the struggle, right? And so I don't ever forget it, right? Because a big part of my life is very easy just being seen as like a white guy now, right? And totally just discredit or really erase my whole past history of growing up as female and treated as female till I was 22 years old. Right. So it was for myself and also for other people because I was really lonely and I knew I had met like 2 or 3 other trans guys online, and so I was like, I'm gonna start a channel too because I want friends, I want to help other people. I mean, if you check out my first video.
I did. I went to, I love, go to the channel and go to oldest. So it says right now it's sorted newest to upload. So go to the oldest and there it is, 2009.
Yeah, and I'm like all quiet. And I'm talking low, trying to make my voice low. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's very funny. It's very funny. It's cool to look back now. Like, I do a lot of college presentations and stuff, and I always try to show the first minute of that, like in the very beginning, because it's not what you see now. Not even physical, right? Just like emotional, just like learning, growth, all that stuff. That's really who I am now. So it's kind of, you know, it's humbling to remember where you come from.
Yeah. So like, what was your biggest challenge as a kid growing up? Is it what predictably what I would think or what we would think, or what like growing up, like what was some of the things you were going through mentally that you kind of like had to really push through to get to this successul, great place in life now?
Yeah. You know, so I grew up in a single parent home. My mother was a single parent. She worked 3 jobs. And I was always with her, and I had 2 older brothers, so back then you were like allowed to be 9 and have your 10-year-old brother watch you, and it was fine. Now we can't do that. And so at the time, I had 2 older brothers, so I played every sport they played. I played roller hockey, I played soccer, I played softball instead of baseball, and I played, I even had a few, like one whole moment of being a cheerleader.
Pictures, please. Instagram some pictures of that, please.
And I was like 5, you know what I mean? But, so I got to be rough. I was always called a tomboy, but I always would cry because they would make fun of me. my bros would be like, well, you're such a tomboy, you're such a tomboy. And I'd be like, oh, I'm not a tomboy, don't stop making fun of me. But, so it was actually okay for me to be very boyish. It was okay for, my best friend was my next door neighbor, Timmy, who was a boy, and like, it was okay for me to be very boyish. But once I hit 6th grade, my mom was like, you're not going to public school. She didn't like the school system, and she worked really hard. I got us, like one of those type of scholarships type of thing for like the underprivileged to go to a Catholic school. And so that's kind of when all of a sudden all these gender things got thrown on me. I had to wear a skirt. I couldn't wear like there were certain girls' shoes and there were boys' shoes, and I had to wear knee highs, and I couldn't do this, and I could, you know what I mean? Yeah. Even like I was the only girl who would play football, and I remember being pulled aside once, and they were like, you know, the girls don't play football. You know that, right? You know what I mean? And I was like, what are you saying? Like, what do you mean? At home I play with all the boys. What are you talking about? So that was really like when I first realized that I was different, you know? And I actually internalized that difference, and I was a self-harmer, suicidal, really, really sad teenage years, you know? But at the same time, it's like, you know, that helped perpetuate what I was going to go through in life, right? Because like I realized that no matter how much hate that was coming from the outside, and not even hate, we call it hate now because it's like a cool word to say almost, oh, haters, right? But just like when you have people telling you what you should or shouldn't do, right? So I internalized all that, and then I started telling myself, like, you're crazy because you like girls and you're a girl, and you shouldn't want to dress like this, and you know, stealing my brother's clothes, and of course, like, traditionally, like, spilling stuff all over it, and then him finding out, you know, very stereotypical. But
very 80s sitcom.
Yes, exactly. Oh no, exactly.
With a transgender twist.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what, you know, what I went through, and then I feel like it really did help me realize though that, like, you know, my slogan is like, I am enough. Right? And like for everyone to say it to themselves, because at the end of the day, like, I realized that everything I needed was actually inside of me. I just had to like reach down really deep and pull it out, and then, you know, and find more stuff and search through every crevice, and like, you know, I mean, you can probably relate, like, I'm still healing, I'm still learning new things about myself, about the world around me, how to go about in the world and society as a male. So it's been really crazy and definitely a struggle, but I feel like, you know, just like you know, that very stereotypical, after every big storm there's a rainbow. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so that was really what has held me up, that rainbow, you know what I mean? Knowing, after going through a bunch of crap, and knowing that, hey, you know what, like, this sucks right now, but it'll get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
I know. We tell people that, and it's funny, when you're going through it, you don't believe it. Yeah. But it's true. Yeah, it's like, you're going, no, I am going through it, and I am self-harming, and I am being bullied, and I don't, you know, whatever. Another thing that I talk about with people, and I love you are enough, that's one of my mantras, and that is, it's true, you are enough. You know, your mother can tell you you're a piece of shit, your bully can tell you you're a faggot. It's your choice to believe it or not. So that's the thing. And once you realize you have control over your thoughts, and your feelings catch up. So again, you don't, you know, you have the positive thoughts, and it works. Again,
it does. Yeah. And it's like, I like when they say, like, it doesn't get better, but you get better, right? The world still kind of sucks, right? Like, let's just be real. Like, it kind of still sucks sometimes. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes we can surround ourselves with really awesome people and have a really good time. And sometimes it's like, I don't fucking want to be here right now. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, you will get better. You will get stronger. You will realize your special little talent that you have, and you'll start to learn that you have something to offer the world, you know?
Which is amazing. So, I mean, thank you for being online and being so visible and sharing your story. Because again, I mean, it's so important to be like that person. And even like for me, like, oh, I don't think I know I've never met a female turned male who's married to a white, and it's so interesting too, the topics of sexual identity and sexual orientation, which most of us never really thought about or had these conversations until the last few years. And so I'm so grateful to all the YouTubers who share their stories. It's so helpful to even me as a white gay male who, you know, has lots of homophobia and racism and weird things in my brain that I'm overcoming every day. You know, so.
I mean, like, I'm a trans guy, right? And the first trans man I ever met, so I didn't meet him in person, but I heard that this girl wanted to be called Jason, and I was like, that is stupid. Like, you know, because I was like a really butch lesbian. I was like, yeah, you know, like, women power. I was like, that's so stupid. I can't believe that. I'm not going to call him that. And like, literally, like, 6 months later, I'm like, maybe I actually maybe I actually am that. Maybe I was actually just perpetuating my own reflection of the hatred I had for my own femininity, you know what I mean? And hatred not because I hate women, but because I'm not a woman, right? So it was like this inner turmoil that I didn't even realize, and then all of a sudden, you know, the storm came and the rainbow came, and I was like, actually, hey Jason, hi, you know what I mean? So it's really a cool story, and it's cool to just like share everyone's story too, you know, because like I've never been a gay man, so I don't know what that's like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's pretty awesome. I love that. I have to tell you though, something when you were talking, I did go to all boys private Catholic high school, and the school motto was and still is, be a man, which which seems now in this day and age a little tone deaf. Be a man. So again, if there is a boy sitting in that class who wants to, we sit there, be a man. Oh no, like the school motto was already like against me.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's rough.
Catholic school. I mean, I loved it. I loved going to Catholic school. Well, how can people find you? I'll put links in the underbar. So
I have you can just search my name on pretty much anything. Google. You can find me on the Ellen Tube. You can find me on YouTube. Alliance Fears. I also have a clothing company which supports which supports the transgender community. It's the word POINT, the number 5, the letter CC.com, and that now I just started a nonprofit for trans people. We gave away $10,000 last year to 3 different people trying to get their transgender surgeries, because it's still not covered under a lot of the healthcare in America and all this other stuff. But you can check out that nonprofit at Point, same thing. So it's POINTofpride.org. Go donate. It means a lot to me.
Awesome. So I'll put all that information below. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being here and being you and being such a light and a gift in the world and to the online community.
Thank you.
Okay. No. Hugs, not drugs.
Peace out.